Are you feeling stuck in a cycle of fleeting pleasure and lingering dissatisfaction? Have you ever wondered why something as natural as sexual energy can leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled? What if I told you that this powerful force within you holds the key to unlocking a deeper, more meaningful existence? In this video, we'll explore how you can transform your sexual energy into a source of creativity, vitality, and spiritual growth. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change your life forever. Sexual energy is the driving force behind creation itself. It's an incredible power that pulses within us, fueling not only reproduction but also creativity, vitality, and even spiritual growth. Think of it as a raw, primal energy flowing through every living being. But what's fascinating is how society has struggled with it. The condemnation and repression of sex have led to complex psychological issues. When you suppress something so innate and natural, it festers into something twisted. Like trying to contain a wildfire, it eventually consumes everything. This polarization of sex, labeling it as either sacred or sinful, divides us within ourselves. We need to stop boxing it into these extremes because it's not just one thing. It's a force, a natural energy that isn't inherently good or bad. It just is. Sexual energy isn't just about reproduction or pleasure. Sure, it's the energy that creates life, but it's also something more profound. It's a wellspring of potential waiting to be tapped into. For many, it's just about the physical release and pleasure. But there's a cost to that, often leading to misery. Semen retention is about accepting sex as a part of life without judgment. It's about learning to channel that raw energy towards something greater than just momentary pleasure. Think about it. This energy capable of creating life can also create a new version of yourself. It's like a rebirth, a total transformation waiting to happen. When you combine sexual energy with meditative practices, something profound happens. The idea behind practices like semen retention isn't just about holding on to that energy for the sake of it. It's about guiding it, making it move upwards. It starts at the lower chakras, the seat of our sexual energy, and can ascend all the way to the crown chakra. This is where the energy can transcend and merge with consciousness. As this energy begins its upward journey, your entire being goes through a metamorphosis. It's not just a physical change, it's an inner transformation. The miseries and burdens you carry start to dissipate. It's like shedding layers of an old self and stepping into a new light, a new you. Imagine the flow of sexual energy within you like a current that can either travel upward or downward. When this energy flows downward, it stays in the sex center, focused solely on bodily pleasure and sexuality. Sure, there's fleeting happiness in that transient pleasure, but let's be real. It's short-lived, an illusion of happiness that often leads to misery. When this energy lingers in the lower centers, it's tied to primal instincts and earthly desires, chaining you to the mundane and transient pleasures of the world. Now contrast that with what happens when this energy moves upward, transcending to the crown chakra. It's like a shift in gears, a connection with the divine. It's not just about the physical act anymore. It's about merging the physical with the spiritual. Consciousness becomes a golden bridge, a pathway that transcends worlds, from this earthly existence to something beyond, from an ego-driven state to the divine. In this state, sexual energy isn't an unconscious force dictating your actions. You're not controlled by it. Rather, you're in control. You become attuned to this energy, and when it arises within you and craves release through orgasm, you have the power to halt it. Consider sexual energy as a perpetual force that's been following a certain path for generations, downward. It's almost like an innate pull towards the earth, driven by gravity itself. Your life force, the energy that sustains you, comes from the earth. You consume food, essentially energy, and what does energy tend to do? It naturally wants to return to its source, which in this case is the earth. Semen retention is about resisting this natural downward flow of sexual energy. It's like swimming against the current because naturally, sexual energy follows gravity. So, you're left with two possibilities, up or down. The key question then becomes, how do you redirect this energy upwards, transforming it into something divine? The answer lies in meditation and breath work. These practices become more than just sitting still or controlling your breath. They become gateways for your sexual energy to find a new trajectory. Through meditation and breathwork, everything becomes about guiding this energy up the spine. It's fascinating because in these practices, the very nature of sex begins to dissipate. But it's not about annihilating this energy. Energy doesn't just disappear. Instead, its form changes. It sheds its sexual identity. In that transformation, something remarkable happens. You become more loving. It's like an alchemical process where raw sexual energy evolves into something higher, something more profound. As that shift occurs, you're no longer driven by sexual desires. Instead, you radiate this loving, transformative energy. So, it's not about suppressing sexuality. It's about elevating it to a higher plane where love and consciousness prevail. Meditation, this ancient practice lost in the annals of time, has a mystical allure. We can't pinpoint who discovered it. It's timeless wisdom passed down through generations. There are countless methods, each offering a different path, yet they all lead to similar qualities, a state of heightened awareness and tranquility. Here's the revelation. It's not sex itself that grants profound bliss or ecstasy. No, it's something deeper. It's the art of being thoughtless, completely immersed in the moment, that brings about that blissful feeling. It's this state of mind, this utter involvement in the act, that holds the key to true ecstasy. Animals have their mating seasons, their moments of desire, but for us humans, it's perpetual. There's a constant flow, an abundance of this energy that doesn't seem to have a clear-cut purpose in terms of just reproduction. And that's intriguing, isn't it? It's almost as if nature handed us this gift, this reservoir of energy, with a hint that maybe, just maybe, it's meant for something more. Think of it as a hint from the universe, nudging us towards a higher purpose. We've been granted this incredible gift, the gift of consciousness coupled with this endless wellspring of sexual energy. Perhaps the message is to channel this energy, to utilize it in transcending to higher levels of consciousness. And here's the fascinating part. As you delve deeper into meditation and breathwork, you'll notice a shift within yourself. You'll find that the reliance on sex diminishes. The pleasure and fulfillment you sought in sex start to echo in meditation. It's like discovering this parallel source of immense pleasure and satisfaction that doesn't rely on physicality, but on the depths of your own consciousness. This journey, this transformation, isn't some mystical tale. It's rooted in the very structure of your being, the spine with its two ends, much like the trajectory of this energy. It's this upward movement, this awakening, this union of sexual energy and meditation that opens the doors to a whole new realm of existence. It's fascinating how this innate energy, when guided and sublimated, can lead to such profound inner growth and enlightenment. Are you ready to break free from the cycle of fleeting pleasures and tap into a deeper, more fulfilling existence? By learning to harness and elevate your sexual energy, you can transform your life in ways you never imagined. Don't let this incredible power go to waste. Embrace it, guide it, and watch yourself evolve. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who might benefit. And be sure to check out our next video for more insights on transforming your life.